So let's talk about the QS Design. QS Design is a new added tool for the QuikScout software that allows you to create custom presentations where you can mix kind of video, text, and images all on the page at the same time. You can take those presentations and you can present them using your computer, or you can upload them to the web. You remember earlier during these tutorials when I showed you how to actually create a web page once you bought the software. Now I'm going to show you how to upload content to that web page. So the first thing we're going to do is click QS Design from the main menu. And when it opens up, you're going to see kind of a list of games that you've already entered. The first one is just a custom one here that it comes with the program. And the second one is actually that one that we entered earlier when we did a search during video editing, and we were able to kind of import it right into this thing. Alright, the first thing that you're going to do when you get the program is you're going to go in and you're going to put your username password in. So I'm going to click Tools. I'm going to go to User Settings. You remember when you got that email right off the bat about your website has been created and you got a username password? That's when you should put those into this slot right here. And from now on, your program will kind of talk to your website. So I put those in. I'm going to hit Done. And now I'm ready to go ahead and actually create my first presentation. So at the bottom of the screen, I'm going to click New. And it should ask me to enter a description for this new presentation. So for right now, I'm just going to type Design Test. I'll go ahead and hit OK. And when I do that, I'm kind of taken into a blank slate where I can start entering information. I can kind of create my presentation. Right now, you can see we're on page 1 of 1. So for the first page, I'm going to choose a template style. And in this case, let's say I want to use Title Picture. So in doing that, I'm going to give it a title, say Graduation Picture. And then I got a bunch of font stuff up here I can mess around with. So I'm just going to click the center button, and we're going to center the title. Then I'm going to go down to Import, and I'm going to grab a picture file from my Media folder to use. So now when I open that up, this is going to be my page 1. It's just a picture of me with a title that says Graduation Picture. All right, now I'm ready to go on to my second page. So I will click the New Page button. And when I do that, I'm back to my blank slate. And in this case, I want to do a title, picture, description. I'm going to put some information about me and my family. Okay, so my title is going to be, let's say, Family Information. And then I'm going to go find a picture. And in this case, I've got a picture of me with my mom and dad. So I'll go ahead and hit Open. And there it is. And now over here, I want to type all this information about me. Maybe this is a recruiting screen that I'm creating for somebody, and I want to let them know how to get a hold of me. All right. But instead of having to type that out one at a time and kind of format it and make it look nice, we've actually got a Templates button up here you can click. And then you can click Personal Information. Or, in my case, I can click Family Information. And I can type that information in. You know, father's name. You know, John Smith. Father's job, foreman, I don't know. Mother's name, Jane Doe. Mother's job, teacher. Father's employee. So you can type all this information in here as you go along. You don't have to fill everything in. You can fill in whatever you want and leave blank whatever you want. And then when you hit Done, it'll automatically put that information in there for you. So you don't actually have to go through and format it. It'll take care of things for you. All right, so I'm done with that page. I'm ready to go on to the next one. So I'll hit New Page. And maybe for this one, I want to create kind of an athletic information for someone. So I'll change my template style again to Title, Picture, Description. And I'll go Athletic Information. And I'm going to import a picture, let's say, of me under center. I'm the starting quarterback, and I'm under center. There's my picture. And over here, I'm going to type out some of my athletic info. But in this case, I don't want to type it out, so we'll go right back into those templates. Click Athletic Information. And now I can fill in this information about my coach. You know, Coach Jones, Coach's college, Coach's email, and so on and so forth. Okay, and you can kind of leave blank what you want to leave blank. You can fill in what you want to fill in so that when you're done, it puts that information in there for you. All right, I'm going to go New Page. Now let's say on this page I want to include some video. I want whoever's looking at this to be able to see some video of me in action. So I'm going to go ahead and hit New Page. This time I'm going to change the drop down to Title, Video, Description. All right, and in this case I'm going to type, nice play. I'm going to click the Media button now to go get a video. So I click Media, and we'll get this video here. I'll hit open, and what it's going to do now, it's going to load the video file in there, and I can go in and pick a play that I want to include on this page. So I'll get it to the beginning of the first play. Let's say it's right here, and I will click that begin time, and you can see it pulls that time code in to mark when that play starts. And now we'll let it play to the end of this play. And when the play is over, I'll pause it, and I'll hit end. So now I'm marked from beginning to end. And over on the description side, I can type something like, on this play, good play action, fake, nice pass over the middle. All right, and again, we've got those font tools where I can go in and say, make it a little bit bigger. Maybe I want to change the font to something like Arial. Maybe I want to boldface it, change the color, center, left. You've got all these different things you can do with it. Okay, so that's another play. So I can continue to go on and do that as I create these plays. When I'm done, and I've got maybe 5, 10, 20 pages in there, I'm going to go ahead and click the X to close it. Saves automatically so that when I click on it now, here are the 4 plays that I put in there. Now, we've created this presentation. What are the things we can do with it? Let's go back in and look. First, I'm going to go ahead and click Edit. It'll take me back into it. And let's say I want to create it as a presentation that I actually show somebody. All right, I'm going to show somebody my presentation. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the package settings. Now in the package settings, you've got a couple different choices with your video, the size of it and maybe the quality of the video. Now this is pretty standard. 40 by 360 is pretty standard. It gives you a nice size, nice quality, but feel free to experiment with that and find something you like. You can also create the template if you're creating a web page on what it looks like. So if you want no background, no header, no nothing, you can click none. If you want just a background color, you can go in and you can pick just a color to become your background. Maybe you want an image as your background. Maybe you've got a faded out image of yourself, your school, your house, whatever you want, a sunset, whatever you want to put in there, you can do as an image. Or you can go in and you can actually create a template. So I've got a template here that comes with a program called QuickScoutPlayer.com. I can click the template editor, and now you can see this is a banner that shows up. Here's a background. You can use an image, a color. You can align your text. You can choose colors of the tables. You can choose background colors. Again, something like that you can just go in and fool with and play around with until you find something you like. For now, I'm just going to hit none on it. We'll hit done. Now we'll go into package files and we'll actually create that presentation. So I'm going to click package for local QuickScout design to create the presentation. And it's very quick. It already says it's done. I'm going to hit OK. So now if I back out all the way to the main menu and click video portfolio, you'll see that presentation as an option now. So here's my design test. And if I open it up now, I can actually present this to somebody. So if I have a projector that I'm projecting out to, maybe I've got a nice big monitor or a TV screen that I can plug into, I can go through here, and every picture or every video I can actually enlarge by double clicking. So there's page 1, I can go on to page 2, here's all my info, click the picture, go on to page 3, go on to page 4, and now when the video loads up I can do the same thing. I can click the enlarge video button and we can go ahead and enlarge that video and we can play it. So I click enlarge video, there it is, and now I can play it if I want to. So it's a real nice way for you to go through and actually present that to somebody. The other thing I mentioned during this was being able to upload it to the web. So if I go back into my my presentation, I'm going to go ahead and hit package files, but this time I'm going to choose package for internet use. The first thing it's going to ask me to do now is it's going to select a location that I want to upload it. And that's based on when we were creating our web page earlier. And if you remember back to that tutorial, you created those tabs at the top of the screen. Well, now from this drop-down menu, you choose where you want to upload it. In this example, I'm going to upload it to my portfolio. So I'm going to click my portfolio. And then I'm going to hit OK. And what it's going to do now is it's going to go through and it's going to take all those pictures, those videos. It's basically going to create the whole thing into a nice web project. And then it's going to upload it to your page. So we're going to go ahead and let that go through right now. Okay, when it's done, I'm going to go ahead and click done. And now we want to go look at our web page, and you can access that a few different ways. You've got the email that was sent to you originally. You can also click the Learning Network link that's right here on the screen, and it'll take you to your web page. Now, if you remember back when you did this, we secured the My Portfolio section because you just didn't want anybody to look at it. So in order to get there, we have to log in, and we'll log in using our username and password. And now the portfolio link is there. So when I click on it, it's going to load up our website. So here's a kind of an overview of what you're going to see. We'll go ahead and hit next to go to the next page. Now you're going to see the graduation picture with the picture. Now every one of these images are also clickable to make larger. So as I'm going through the page, if I want to make these pictures larger, I can do that. Okay, so we'll go on to page 3. And finally, we're going to page 4 where the video was, and now that video will load up, and you can also watch that. So it's a nice way for you to share video and pictures of yourself as a portfolio across the web.